Alec, how are thee?
I am thou. Thou
Oh,
art I.
really?
Thou hast acquired a new vow.
Alright, so we're here to talk about Chuck Klosterman.
That was a Persona 5 reference, by the way, guys. So,
Well, yeah.
well, cool. Chuck Klosterman's Hypotheticals.
Persona!
Let's do this.
Yes, in many ways, you could say that Persona was inspired by Chuck Klosterman.
Yeah, probably.
The creators talk
Honestly,
about Chuck Klosterman all the time.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Every day. 1999. Persona Revelations. They're like Chuck Klosterman. It's Hypotheticals, man. This is our jam.
So it feels like
Actually, I
it's.
think it was 1997 was Revelations Persona. But anyway.
Well, of course.
Hmm.
It feels like it's been a long time since we've done Hypotheticals.
It has
And
been. It does feel like that's how some time has passed.
I haven't had any hypothetical conversations in quite a while. So I need this to get my brain juices flowing again, for sure.
Because you're just stagnating.
Will anything come close to the prisoner dilemma?
Yeah, probably not. To be honest, that was some crazy deliberation there. Honestly,
Yeah, but then we also have random ones about like if you had to like kick someone while they were sleeping,
in
your
the
friend
ribs.
as hard as you could, that kind of thing. All right, so let's get into it. We got 10 to get through, so
Okay, let's
let's
go
not
for it.
let's not dilly dally.
Mm.
And another thing. Okay, this is called shock the people nicely.
Shock the people nicely.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were given the opportunity to create and direct a feature film. Oh. The studio offers you a huge budget, provides you with a top-notch writing and technical staff, and allows you to cast whomever you desire in the lead roles. There are essentially no limitations on what this movie can be, except for two. The movie you make has to fulfill the following two criteria. Number one, it has to be extremely edgy and transgressive. You, you need to confront taboo social issues. You need to shock people. Ideally, the film will address ideas that have never been tackled by mainstream filmmakers. In fact, if this movie is not the most controversial film of the year, the studio will probably not release it. However, number two, it has to get a PG rating. It cannot be R or even PG-13. There may be limited profanity, minor depictions of violence, and fleeting nudity, but nothing that would prompt the ratings board to go beyond the PG classification. What is the premise and plot of your hypothetical movie? That's hard to do.
Uh,
Even fleeting
yeah,
nudity is gonna get you out of PG real quick.
yeah. Well, no, there were some PG movies in the '80s that had nudity, but
Uh,
does exclude. But this statement it says it specifically excludes nudity, right?
it says there may be limited profanity, minor depictions of violence, and fleeting nudity.
Fleeting nudity. So it's
Yeah,
like a little like a little butt, someone's butt,
they can be
basically.
they can be a part of a fleet. Okay, so I think the way to approach it is first of all to make it an animated film, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
That's got to be the way. From there, I don't know where we go, but I feel like that's the groundwork there. Like disguise the edgy message with a softer look.
Edgy and transgressive.
Yes.
I mean, when I think edgy, though, I don't think of like that kind of edgy. I think like Linkin Park or Dreamcast era Sonic the Hedgehog or like
No, that's the old edge.
or
Now,
like
now it's freaking the era of edge lords is what edgy is.
yeah, but that's no, but it's carrying on the same torch basically.
No, it's not though.
It 100% is. Totally. It's like oh, I'm like this like okay, it's like being like think Twilight vampires taken a step further to the point where they're like actually like sort of real vampires.
Right?
I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's
Wait,
but
that's
like
that's not edgy enough. No, no,
no
no.
no
Because
no no no
they're
no 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 no. Let me reset.
reset.
Edit that part out.
I'm not editing that out.
You're not going to. That's okay. Um, I'm thinking like, what's a good example of like edge now? I'm thinking like,
Edge would be probably a freaking political commentator
oh, okay,
who
yeah, sure.
like who purposely
Uh,
tackles like controversial issues and
yeah,
like they have the edgy opinion, you know.
sure. Friggin', um,
Um, Steven Crowder.
Crowder or Joe Rogan.
Well, Crowder is edgy because literally like that's the kind of commentator who literally will purposefully say things to be like, "Ooh, I'm
He does,
the
but
edgy
yeah,
guy."
Joe Rogan's edgy because he has like people from vastly wide spectrums on his show, so
Well,
that's
yeah,
edgy.
I mean it's
And he smokes
not
weed on the show.
that is edgy, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but again, there's a clear distinction. This has to be the most controversial film of the year, so we're in a whole different ballpark.
Edgy. I just love that edgy and transgressive.
Yeah.
Um, I like the animated idea. I think that'll work. I mean, that'll help. That'll help like in the MPAA's mind of like keeping ratings in that kind of ballpark. I think.
So what will get controversy without with a worse rating? What are some controversial topics that could be covered? Could it be some like a really subtle like double meaning in the story, almost like a Zootopia thing, but just an edgy Zootopia, you know?
Edgier Zootopia, maybe. Yeah, maybe you make it about like.
Where it's like you have a through line, you have a story,
So,
but it's about something else clearly.
so you could go. To me, if you take either side in your movie on like LGBT issues in a kids movie, a PG movie,
Mm-hmm.
and you honestly, if you take either side, there's going to be people groups on the opposite side that will be angry or upset, and that will cause like tons of controversy because those are like that. Those issues are like super hot right now still.
To be the most controversial, it has to be.
I personally feel like we should be over it by now. I don't know why it's still such a huge deal, but I think having something with that or something like really like shocking for like a kids movie to talk about you could do the same thing either side of the spectrum you take and do it about like abortion.
Mm-hmm.
That could be pro-life or pro-choice. Have your movie geared towards kids, something like that.
I feel it's so
Like especially if it's like a wide release, very studios hyping it up film. Because like there's like smaller films that deal with that topic all the time. Both those topics all the time.
But it's so hard to
And
get
no one
either of those topics past the filter of PG, though. I feel like.
How? I feel like you could. I feel like you probably could. I mean, maybe abortion might be a little harder, probably, but I think you could probably.
Because isn't there like there's literally like a rating? It adds rating to when it'll be like suggestive themes.
Yeah, but like
It'll be like stuff like that where there's like.
It's like the MPA is so random how they rate stuff, particularly animated films. Actually, they're very random because like the new Lion King movie is rated PG because I don't know why, because I guess G is a curse, even though Toy Story 3 or Toy Story 4 was just released and that's rated G.
Really, that's
like,
incredible. That's a very hard thing to accomplish.
Yeah, that's the thing. G movies like don't get released anymore, hardly at all. It's almost like a curse on your movie to release a G-rated movie. Yeah, which like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Because it'll be like cartoon violence pushes it to PG, like fighting if they like punch.
So it's so random, and then like they're really pushing the envelope on even the R rating now. Like it's because like studios don't pressure. I don't know if it's studios pressuring the MPAA, but like the MPAA is very weird. They're kind of like a secretive clandestine type thing where like they'll literally just rate things just on complete like for random reasons. Like
right.
Alita Battle Angel, I was shocked at what it was able to get away with a PG-13 rating, with the violence.
Okay. See, but that's the thing with these themes. It's like it's not a science. There's not a science to it. So, if they know it's supposed to be controversial, they're gonna be like, oh well, that's an adult theme. Like we're adults, we can tell this is supposed to be edgy.
If you frame it as a children's film,
yeah,
if you frame it as an anime, this is why I think your idea is brilliant, because I think if you frame it with the idea already in people's minds, which is stupid, but it is the idea in people's minds that animated films are for kids, then you can you could probably skirt around some of the tough journey you have ahead to get your movie rated PG.
But
You're controversial.
How do you do that and make it the most controversial movie of all time? Because you can't just.
Oh, it's just of the year, isn't that what it says?
Of the year. But if you're making like a movie where you're taking a stance on abortion, I think that's gonna get it past the PG. Just making a stance like that. I think if you're being neutral and just covering abortion, then it's not edgy enough. And then
Yep,
LGBT true. Would have to be anti-LGBT to be edgy or controversial enough, and that's never going to get past PG or to PG.
I don't know. Wasn't there a film? There was like a film about like dogs that came out like a couple years ago where like one of the like major plot points of the film was like the dog had to allow himself to be examined, like his private parts to be examined, because he's a dog show dog, and that's like literally what happens. Mm-hmm. But like in his mind, he's like imagining like good stuff is happening while it's going on, even though he doesn't like it and he's uncomfortable from it. So it's like really uncomfortable and bizarre that this children's movie, which was rated PG, I think, like
okay,
had like over like undertones of like assault like mentality type stuff. It was like really weird. I remember reading something about that. It's some movie, Anthropomorphic Dogs or something. I don't know. It was a live action film though. So
this is tough though.
This is really tough. I don't know how you gauge it. I think we're probably overthinking it a little bit, but I think having like a socio-political, that's got to be what it is, because it's not going to be controversial enough without that.
So let's say we make it an anti-LGBT movie. We're great. Yeah. We're great movie writers.
Or like I don't know, like criticizing a major world religion. I mean, Christianity gets dumped on a lot. That wouldn't be that controversial. Maybe something like Islam or
like a straight up
Judaism, anti-Semitism. That would be pretty controversial.
How do you get that PG though? How do you?
I don't know.
How do you be anti-Semitic and get it PG? That's Disney. Ooh. Just kidding.
I don't know, man. This is really tough. This has fostered quite a discussion, though. I will say that.
So
because like I don't even know. We've been going on for like 15 minutes on this, probably.
So I think the way to do it is to like mask it as much as possible. So we say it's anti-LGBT in nature because it'll be like a very religiously imposing movie. Like it's really pushing this certain lifestyle. Like you're seeing a very limited perspective of like I don't know what kind of fun movie this is, but like you're following a family and how they're like imposing their beliefs, and they're like, no, you can't act that way.
And it's like made as like a good thing or something, and so
like there's never a lesson learned.
It's never a lesson learned, or being like, maybe we should allow our kids to think for themselves.
No,
it's
this
like,
is just the reality.
Yes, we can teach them what we believe, but ultimately they need to make the decision. But instead, it's like, no, you need to believe this.
And all you parents out there, feel free to impose your beliefs as well.
Yeah,
that's the lesson you learn. That's why it's so edgy. That's the way. I think it's it. You can make that PG somehow.
Yeah, and you could make it. Yeah, I guess if you make it general enough, too. If it's, also, I don't know if you make it too general, it might maybe. Well, no, actually, maybe if you make it more general than I'm saying, maybe then it could be more controversial. Because then people could latch on different perspectives on it. It's like
that movie might never make it into theaters.
Well, taking your concept, if you frame it as a family, it could be about something completely inane, or like they're saying, oh, you have to like, I don't know, like you gotta use Apple products. I mean, I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, but they're like forcing that, and like the lesson learned is like, wow, I should I should listen to my parents. Their authoritarian forcing on me of Apple products actually has saved me from hardship or something. It could be about like, some fictional thing altogether. It doesn't have to be Apple products, obviously.
Or maybe,
but like then if you make it general enough, then different people groups can latch onto it. So being like, wow, this is super anti-LGBT, or like this is even super anti-Christian, or this is super anti. If you make it general enough, you can almost make it so that it offends everyone, or is controversial enough. Maybe not to everyone, but like it's controversial enough that multiple people groups can read into a controversy out of it, basically.
I'm thinking we need to go for the millennials, and I think we need to go for like what the social media generation will adopt and like riot over, outrage on social media.
Outrage culture.
So I think
it's not just millennials that are part of outrage culture. A lot of blue hairs are part of that too.
Yeah, we gotta get the millennials first.
And then the boomers. Then the boomers can.
So something like, I think maybe specifically something about women where it's like trying to suggest how women should operate in society. Like, you should not dress a certain way. You should not act a certain way. That kind of thing. And then like the woman like.
Okay.
And it could be the same thing where the lesson is that, I should not dress the way I want to. I should listen to what my mama says. And I should I should be held to a higher standard than the boys.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah.
The way to push it over the top to make it the most controversial of the year is to have.
You know, say modest is hottest.
No, the way to make it the most controversial of the year is to have the mother say at some point, she's going to say, well, if you're dressing like that, you're just asking for it.
And then it'd be like not addressed at all through the rest of the film. That's just like a line that's thrown out there. It's just like, Mom, and then the scene ends or whatever, and it like moves on to something else. Could even be that. Could be just like a completely random like coming of age story. You just throw a line like that in there that's taken with some weight. But like it's not like played as a joke, but it's played like a serious like type of thing. Yeah, that. But who would come to the defense of that? What studio would put that out? I mean,
they want the most controversial. Yeah.
But the thing is, that could still be a PG movie.
Yeah. That
would it be now? Does it even need to be animated now, though?
No, it doesn't. But you could just throw the line in there, or you could make the whole movie about it, where it's like
she's just asking for it, right?
Where at the end she's like, maybe my mom's right. I should stop dressing like that.
Well, maybe my mom's right. Maybe I am just asking for it.
Yeah.
And then that's turned. That's horrible.
We're just a shameless studio who wants the most controversial by any means. We don't care what message we're putting out.
I don't know who's producing that. Some new studio that doesn't exist, apparently.
That's what we're landing on here. There you go.
Okay, there it is. I hope we feel better about ourselves after that one.
I wouldn't make the movie.
No. Well, you'd have. Wouldn't it be you?
Well,
making the movie.
If I'm tasked with making the most controversial movie, I'll put my name on the credits for that bad boy.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm known for, is making that awful theme for that movie.
I'm gonna have Tom Green star in it.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we were supposed to go into that. Yeah, Tom Green could.
Because I mean, he made a movie called He Got Fingered. So
who's the mother who's saying this very seriously? Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. Ellen DeGeneres.
That's it. That's even more edgy that she like put her name on this.
Is she somehow saying, "Well, you're asking for it, right?"
Completely serious, and the music and like the cameras on her and like a serious face and like. We're like, where's the punchline?
It's just like,
ugh.
It doesn't feel right.
It's hard to watch.
Something feels horribly wrong about
and we completely we advertised it without that message at all in the trailer, so that's what makes it so controversial.
Yeah, it's like They hid that. They hid that on me, and then there's like, yeah, people rioting in the theaters. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, people come to the theaters and they're surprised by the freaking entire theme of this movie being awful. Wow.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. That's right. Yeah, that's well done.
All right, this one's called Office Politics. You work in an office. Generally, you are popular with your coworkers. However, you discover that there are currently 2 rumors circulating the office gossip mill, and both involve you. The first rumor is that you got drunk at the office holiday party and had sex with one of your married coworkers. This rumor is completely true, but most people don't believe it. The second rumor is that you've been stealing hundreds of dollars of office supplies and then selling them to cover a gambling debt. This rumor is completely false, but virtually everyone assumes it is factual. Which of these 2 rumors is more troubling to you? More troubling? The one that's false.
Both of them are false.
No, the first one's true.
Wait, what was the first one? I missed that.
You missed it.
So you're having sex with a coworker?
With a married coworker.
Oh, sex with a married coworker, and that's true?
That's true.
Wow, I'm a monster. Huh. What would be more troubling?
That's a weird question. It would be more troubling to me the one that's not true.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, ultimately, yeah, really, it's the one that's not true. Not the fact that, like, it's my fault if the rumors circulating about something that I actually did. Yeah. Isn't that my fault? That's my fault.
No, it's no longer a rumor.
Yeah, it's not a rumor. It's the truth.
Yeah, guys, I take great offense to this rumor that's going around.
Didn't you sleep with her?
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, but I'm very troubled by it.
Okay, that's the end of that. Case closed.
That was pretty easy.
I don't understand the question.
I mean, I don't know why. Yeah, it's so bizarre. Why?
Oh, like, Jesus.
Why would you be troubled by the fact that...
I hate Skype.
It must be the fact that you're... I don't know.
No, you... Yeah.
I mean, people would be troubled by the fact that, like, your secret affair got out to the office. I mean, that would be troublesome.
Whereas opposed
to the, like, if you're stealing money, maybe that one would blow over, you know? It's like, there's nothing to it.
Hundreds of dollars. That's a rumor going around the office where you're stealing from. How does that not get somewhere where it matters?
Because your boss would be like, I know you're not stealing money because I've looked at the accounts and it all matches up.
Right, then why is the boss not clearing this up? Oh, well, I love this rumor, bro. I'm gonna keep spreading it.
Maybe he's. Well, we don't know if it's gotten to the boss yet. You know, I don't know.
Well,
what a bizarre question.
This one's called the Porn Painter.
Okay.
You need to have the inside of your home painted. A thorough online search of available professional painters indicates that one candidate is especially ideal for your needs.
I don't know if I like this guy.
He has earned high approval ratings from past employers and is relatively inexpensive. However, when you contact him by phone, he mentions one strange detail about his work habits. He insists on watching pornography while painting. Don't.
That is awesome.
Alright, he says, don't worry. He says, don't worry, I don't masturbate to it. It's just for entertainment.
Yeah, he really likes the plots. Yeah.
But it's the only way I like to paint. This being the case, I will need to use your DVD player to view my personal collection of erotic films while I work. I may also use your cable service to purchase on-demand or pay-per-view pornographic movies, but I will itemize any movies I watch and subtract the cost from your overall bill. Do you employ this pornography enthusiast as your house painter? We have to really get thick into the hypothetical that we need this ideal house painter.
Why do we? Yeah, that's just can we take someone that's a little less under this guy's quality?
Are they that ideal?
Watching porn the whole time. What a question. That's amazing. I think that's my favorite question so far.
He just likes it for the entertainment, though.
I'm not masturbating to it. I'm literally just I gotta get entertained.
I'm only watching it for the plot.
Oh man.
No, I wouldn't, because I don't need this ideal house painter. I don't feel like I'm in no position right now, especially to be that picky about a house painter.
Yeah, me either. It's I'm one of those weird people that actually kind of enjoys painting.
Oh, so
I
you
don't.
would paint your house?
Yeah, I just paint my own house. I mean, if I have my own house, theoretically, I probably also have a significant other, um,
No,
a
not this
wife,
time.
you could say. No, not this time. It's just me. Well, I'd get some friends and maybe a girlfriend if I had one at the time over, and we'd paint the house that
Well,
way.
you could have him over and still
We
bring
could
the
have
porn
we
painter.
could have.
Guys, I just need you to be here for my safety.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's gonna get up to. He's charging. You know,
So weird.
it almost had me at like maybe I'd employ him, but
Right.
like it's like using your own like your own cable network to like order it.
It
Like
seems
that's
excessive.
not,
Well, first of all, the fact that he's using
that's
DVDs is excessive already.
that's just like why don't you just
What are you doing?
download it like a like a
Like a
21st
modern
century
man.
a modern 21st century person. Yeah, that is excessive.
It's excessive.
I got my own DVDs. But I need to see what you got on your cable here though. There's something special I'm looking for.
If you provided like not a painting service, maybe it would be a different answer. Maybe more essential service for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a pretty hard pass on that myself. So
Yeah.
I mean it's objectionable for a number of reasons, but like it's like why?
Why, bro?
Why, dude?
Come on.
Well, yeah, I also don't want to be like walk into the house and be like he's just like there watching it. I'm just like while he's painting, obviously, but I'd just be like, dude, I don't need to see
Dude, why?
that. I don't need to see that, man.
First of all, why? Second of all, like, is that
Out of my
you?
house.
Even
I
if
don't need that.
even if you watch it for entertainment, like, I don't need to be watching what I view as entertainment all the time, even when I'm working. Like, I'm not gonna be like, can I watch Game of Thrones while I paint your house? No,
Yeah.
just paint the house.
Well, I get the benefit of being able to work while I'm driving, so I get to listen to
Yeah.
podcasts
Yeah,
and stuff.
he has no other forms of entertainment other than porn. Apparently, like for this
Yeah,
certain time while working,
it's a little sad.
it's an
Yeah.
obsession. It's an addiction.
It's sad.
It's a weird form of porn addiction where it's just for the entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Uh,
that's why it's a no for
It
me.
just
Yeah.
it does get weird. It just get weirder the more you think about it.
And we are an enabler in this scenario. We're enabling this.
Yeah, if we're hiring this guy, we're just like, yeah, you watching porn's cool, and it's like, oh, being degrading to
so.
women is cool, huh?
Oh, let's go back to the edgy PG movie. We could. So there's something here. The porn painter.
The porn painter.
He'll be the star. You won't see any of the activity, but you'll hear glimpses of it. This one's called "You Were the Boss."
I'm the boss.
One morning you awake and immediately feel strange. You get out of bed and realize that you're inside a posh hotel room you've never seen before. There's an attractive red-headed stranger sleeping in the bed alongside you. You frantically get up and rush into the bathroom. You look into the mirror. Much to your utter amazement, the image looking back at you is Bruce Springsteen.
You're the boss.
Somehow you have magically become Bruce Springsteen. You start talking to yourself, and the voice you hear is Springsteen's speaking voice. You quietly sing to yourself, and it sounds like Springsteen's singing voice. You walk back into your hotel room and see an acoustic guitar. You attempt to play it, but your musicianship is identical to how it was when you were your previous self. In other words, you have Bruce Springsteen's physical body and vocal cords, but you have your own mind and skills, and all of your experiences and memories are unchanged. Your knowledge of Springsteen's lyrics and the details of his personal life are the same as they always were. You are inside Springsteen, but you are still yourself. Your brain is unchanged. You open the door of the hotel room and see a copy of the Los Angeles Times. You flip to the entertainment section and discover that Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band are scheduled to perform a concert that night at the Staples Center. What do you do in this situation? How do you proceed?
Um,
How do you proceed? It's not even like it's gonna wear off at some point. It's like you might just be him forever.
can I cancel it?
Yeah. How?
Can I? Hold on. I would.
how do you proceed not knowing there's an end? That's horrifying. Not knowing if there's an end or not.
Yeah. Well, could I hope that in this scenario, this because it sounds like it's like a Freaky Friday almost type scenario. But like, if that's the case, that
And you have Lindsay Lohan in the bed next to you.
yeah,
Young,
not anymore.
young, young adult Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, okay.
Because you said attractive redhead.
Yeah, there you go. How about I try to get a hold of? Well, the first thing I do is I try to get a hold of myself
Oh yeah.
to be
Yeah.
like, hey, am I still like around? Because if I've swapped with Bruce Springsteen, then I'd try to like do whatever I could to get to try to like get myself because if because Bruce my body with Bruce Springsteen in it because that means Bruce Springsteen knows everything in my body, knows everything about his music, his lyrics, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that much about Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, same here.
To be honest, I mean he's okay. I like some of his music is all right. I like more of the E Street Band than I do like actual Bruce Springsteen because he's kind of a he's not really that great of a singer if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But he's enjoyable. He's entertaining it anyway. Um, so try to find a way to get him to me, so then we could do like a whole like I could have I could do a thing where I'm pretending to play and he's like actually the one that's playing in the like behind a curtain somewhere. You know, a la like every like
a la Freaky Friday.
yeah.
They literally happens Freaky
Yeah.
Friday.
That does. That literally happens in Freaky Friday. I forgot about that.
Great movie.
It is a good movie. Yeah, so something like that. I do something like that. Try to happen, or I could try to pass myself off as like some long lost relation of
Wait,
Bruce Springsteen, which no one would buy.
What do you mean?
Well, just this young phenom I found, and then you know, there he is.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. Well, hypotheticals, unfortunately, we can't get the answers to these questions, but
hypothetically though.
like once you go into these layers, it gets complicated because it could be a horrifying situation where the you that you find is still you. It's not Springsteen swap with you, but in fact that is also you.
Yeah, that'd be
and
weird.
That's not fun. Like
or I just cease to exist. If that's the case, like my body, which also means Bruce Springsteen himself, like his actual like mind ceases to exist, which is kind of too bad.
No, he's in someone else.
Just not you.
He's in someone else's mind randomly, and he has to find his way back to Bruce Springsteen. That's a lot harder to accomplish.
That's like what never-ending layers here. Then that means other people may have swapped in other people.
But I'm saying, I think the most horrifying situation is if the you that you find is still you, and it's like your brain is the brain inside Bruce Springsteen is an identical replica, like exact copy of you.
Now, what if I came down with like a horrible, like pretended to come down with like some horrible like illness that night, so I didn't have to perform, so I could then.
But first of all, I think this concert is the least of our concerns. Yeah, I'm not even like concerned about the concert. I'm like, this might just be my life now.
Forever.
This might be my forever.
Just like, would you just try to like end it then?
It's not that bad. No, what we have to, what you
do
Springsteen
would probably be pretty cool, but like you wouldn't have that many years left.
Well,
either.
imagine I would just imagine the scenario where I as Bruce Springsteen go to my family and just like confess this information that only I would know, and they're like, "What the hell? This is Bruce Springsteen."
That could work. Bruce Springsteen, but it's gotta be Zach though.
But Zach is also here and perfectly Zach as well.
Yeah, that would be.
So then I have no. What if that was the case? I have no value to them. If there's just another me.
What would your clone be saying then? Or your split, or like
it's not a clone. It's me. It's literally me.
The you that's continuing that isn't you. So a la William and Thomas Riker.
Yes. Star Trek. So then myself, who is not me, not Bruce Springsteen me, is they know for sure. No, I'm me, This Bruce Springsteen can't be me because I'm here.
Then you, Bruce Springsteen, would get arrested probably for barging into this family's house. House.
And for some reason, I just know the most private of information, like childhood memories.
Yeah.
Childhood memories. Like, no. Remember that time we went to the park when we were growing up? What? How?
Yeah, you're like evoking like names and relations and stuff.
Bruce, how?
Bruce, how do you know this?
How do I proceed? But that's definitely the way to proceed. Is you go to you and your family first.
But you want to try to make contact, I think, with your body to see what the result is there, because that's gonna determine what you do next entirely.
Yeah, if me is still me, that's when the depression sinks in.
Yeah, that's when that becomes terrifying.
Because then they're literally like, no, we have all we need right here. This is the real you. Okay, great. So
yeah, because that you is living life completely unaffected, other than the fact that there's Bruce Springsteen who claims that he's you.
Well, let's say it's freaky.
Meanwhile, the you that's in Bruce Springsteen has an existential crisis.
Let's say it's Freaky Fridays, though, and we actually did switch, and Bruce is in our bodies, and vice versa. How do we proceed there? Not knowing there's an end date, not knowing this is a film and there's going to be a resolution to this.
Yeah.
So it could just be our life now. It's like there's no reason to believe we'll just switch back.
I'd maybe take my body, on tour with me, have him be like a new phenom, and then when I get too old or when I start not feeling well, then I pass the torch on. I'm like, this is who is going to be my successor. He can carry on my legacy.
But it's rude to even continue his career as him in the first place.
No, it'd just be like the E Street Band. That's basically what it is. It wouldn't be Bruce Springsteen in the E Street Band. It would just be.
But again, even the career, especially since Bruce Springsteen has had quite a career already. Career is the least of my concerns. It's the fact that continuing life now, if we're just gonna switch places, like, okay, even though we're different bodies, I'll go back to my family as Bruce Springsteen. How does life continue? No one will be able to grasp this concept that, no, I'm just gonna look like Bruce Springsteen from now on, but it's still me.
No, you have to change. You obviously have to change your life entirely.
But you gotta keep your family though.
Do you have to? What does it say that?
You don't. But you don't. So you don't care about your family.
No, I'm just saying you're gonna have to. You don't
have to not have your family if you know the bodies are swapped. Then you and Bruce are gonna work together.
Why would your family then accept you?
Damn.
Why would they accept? It'd be like, why?
They know it's you. That's why. Because
if they knew it was me, how would they be able to explain to people? Oh no, this isn't actually Bruce Springsteen, even though it is physically Bruce Springsteen.
Because family is the most important thing, I thought.
It is, but like, how then?
You don't just give up your freaking family member just because they're in Bruce Springsteen's body.
Well, maybe you can go back and visit them, like phone calls and stuff. But
you're just gonna live out Bruce's life that you did not earn.
Sure, because he'll get to live. Okay, well, here's the thing. If it is permanent, then Bruce Springsteen gets a chance to live again, and you don't, probably. Because you're going to die before he does.
Yeah, but and you don't want to do it living someone else's life.
That's fair. So Bruce Springsteen really gets the benefit here, because he gets to. I mean, he's in a different body, but he gets to live in a benefit.
Yeah, but I mean, you're both gonna want to reconvene. Like, Bruce is gonna have the same idea. He's gonna want to meet up and like establish with the family that no, this is the opposite, and somehow you gotta convince everybody.
Maybe we'll just take it public, you know.
Yeah, our coming out story.
Yeah, our coming out story.
It's just like
bodies with Bruce Springsteen.
Talk about a viral video, man. It's just you and Bruce Springsteen next to each other. It's like, and, and the other person saying, "I am Bruce Springsteen. I am Zach Archer," and no one would believe it. No one would believe it. It would be such a. It would be so hard to sell. You'd have to go so in depth on it. Oh my god, I don't know where to begin with that because.
Yeah, that's opening up.
Even convincing your family is going to be such a challenge. But
Yeah.
but it's like, why else? You have no other connection to Bruce Springsteen. Why is he coming over and saying the same thing? Okay,
Yeah.
we just have to believe this magical thing happened now. That's the reality.
Our son doesn't even like Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Here we are. Wow. That's terrifying.
I mean, he's okay. I don't not like him.
But it's,
I think I even picked up some Bruce Springsteen. Some lady at a house I was servicing was like getting rid of old vinyl. She's like, "Here, pick through," and I picked up some Springsteen.
Oh,
So
there you go.
yeah.
Okay, that will be horrifying though, just not knowing. Like Freaky Fridays, at least it was mother and daughter, right?
Yeah, now it's just like you and Bruce Springsteen. That's what a treat.
Freaky Fridays, you could have a little fun with it, and at least like there was you could switch back. In reality, like if this magical thing happened, it's already magical, so maybe there is the chance that you could switch back.
Yeah.
So it's still magical.
Maybe the key is playing that concert.
Oh, that will align it.
Figuring out a way to make the concert still happen and people still buy it.
Once you get to be as good of a musician as Bruce Springsteen, you switch.
Then you switch.
Some arbitrary concept. It's like Groundhog Day, if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Where it's like you just have to come to this other revelation and live your life with a different outlook.
Yeah.
And it's great. Magic happens. Okay, this one's called Kicking the Clydesdale. Let us assume a fully grown, completely healthy Clydesdale horse has his hooves shackled to the ground while his head is held in place with thick rope. He is conscious and standing upright, but completely immobile. And
This is really sad.
Yes. This is already a good idea for the edgy film.
Yeah, here we go, edgy film.
And let us assume that, for some reason, every political prisoner on Earth, as cited by Amnesty International, will be released from captivity if you can kick this horse to death in fewer than 20 minutes. You're allowed to wear steel-toe boots. Would you attempt to do this?
What if you can free every prisoner of war?
Yes.
I don't want to sound like cruel, but like I don't know if I would like I don't know if I have a I don't know if that would like if they're I don't know.
You don't know if your own selfish trauma outweighs their trauma.
Does my own personal trauma outweigh the trauma of people who have been
Definitely
imprisoned?
not. Definitely not. So you have to take one for the team here.
Do you?
And so does the horse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, apparently the horse does too. You get to wear steel-toed boots.
Well,
I like that.
like it's like not only do you attempt this,
Well,
but
you
it's
only
also
get 20
it's a challenge. It's a challenge
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's a challenge.
And
so you have
go.
to do it. So you have to do it. Well, what if you get tired?
That's the challenge of it.
So you've just kicked a Clydesdale and it's not dead. So you just caused this thing horrible trauma.
That's the worst. That's the worst time.
And you've also traumatized yourself, and the prisoners of war don't get released because you didn't do it.
That's the worst timeline. But just like with having the rain cloud over your head forever to save your friend from a potential bear attack, you have to make that risk, right? That you will not succeed in killing this horse quick enough.
The thing's gonna suffer.
It will
Horribly.
definitely. It'll be an awful experience for both involved.
Well, here's the thing. You have to kick it. Do you know how big a Clydesdale is?
Yeah.
They're huge. Kicking those things is going to be hard.
You get steel-toe boots. So.
I'm just not.
A lot of kicks.
I don't even know if I'll take the risk. I'm not strong enough to do that.
You gotta get some high kicks in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Kick him in the throat.
Damn.
Actually, yeah. If you maybe some like well-placed kicks might be able to do it.
This is awful. Awful experience. But think of what the prisoners of war are enduring.
Yeah, horrible trauma.
And then and multiply that by every prisoner of war.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like you have to do it.
I guess you have to at least try.
You have to at least try. If 5 minutes in it doesn't look like it, just stop.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
Just
be like, the horse can probably recover from this.
No. Damn. Okay. Great stuff. That was epic.
Wow. I feel horrible.
It's not good. Not good for anyone involved. What a story to tell, though.
What a story, Mark.
Now, you're getting arrested for that, by the way. Like, either you stay silent about it forever.
What about kicking a horse?
Yeah, or you tell everybody, no, I kicked a horse. That's why all these prisoners got miraculously let free at once.
Yeah, because I
kicked this horse to death.
I kicked this immobile, helpless...
They're like, what the hell is wrong with you? No, you're going to jail, and also we're going to publicly shame you on the internet forever.
Yeah.
That's also something you're going to have to deal with, is the last, literally probably lifelong hatred, and because you're the guy who kicked this horse to death. And no one's going to verify, no magical being will verify for the world, they kicked this horse to death so these prisoners could be set free.
Well, nobody necessarily has to know about it, right?
That's the thing. If you can cover up this heinous act and
this.
live with this internally forever.
I live enough in the middle of nowhere that it would be a possibility.
For sure. But you just have the internal trauma then.
Yeah.
Would you tell your family about it?
Probably not. No, maybe.
You don't
they
think
might
they'd
be
believe you?
okay with it. They'd be okay with it, probably.
Oh, magical!
Well, as long as it was for a good cause.
Magical scenario, huh? All right.
You only had to kick Clydesdale to death. That's a little dark.
But I'll take your word for it. All right, this one's called the Meteor. Earth is about to be struck by a mammoth meteor. Though no one knows exactly what will happen, most scientists assume life on Earth will be totally altered and potentially eliminated. Everyone on the planet is freaking out. Suddenly, you receive a bizarre email. The government demands that you must fly to Washington, D.C. immediately by order of the president. Bless
Donald Trump.
Bless his heart. The email message includes a first-class plane ticket. Once you arrive at Dulles Airport, military police confiscate your cell phone and wordlessly transport you to a secret hangar that houses 10 massive space shuttles. You're escorted onto one of the ships.
Is this Deep Impact?
Not counting the crew, there are 24 equally confused people waiting on board. You recognize a few of these people instantly. Bill Gates.
Oh.
The musician Prince. Huh.
That. Oh. That means... Okay, so either this was published before Prince
This just
died,
got crazier. All right.
Or Prince is literally back resurrected, or he never died, or something.
And he's confused as hell.
Purple rain, purple rain. He's just singing.
They said they're all equally confused. He's just confused for a different reason.
Yeah, he's like, why am I alone?
And Oprah Winfrey is the other one that they also.
Okay.
You recognize.
We're gonna go to a meteor!
Of course, we're with all the important people. When the individuals you don't recognize begin talking and interact with one another, it becomes clear that all of them are brilliant scientists, consequential artists, or extremely wealthy political figures. The ship's captain informs all the passengers that the space shuttle will be leaving Earth in 2 hours. He does not say where it's going, although he does insist that anyone who wants to remain on Earth is free to stay behind. You are 90% certain you've been selected for this trip by mistake. Do you remain on board? And if you do, how will you explain your presence to the other 24 passengers? You have no idea if admitting your true identity will disqualify you from traveling.
I 100% stay on board.
Wait. F everybody back at Earth.
I mean, I'm gonna die if I get off.
You're
right?
cold-blooded, man. You're as soon as you
How's that cold-blooded?
well, just historically now, you're as soon as you get Bruce Springsteen's body, you're leaving your family behind for his career. Okay, so
Well, I mean, come on. Why would okay. Why would you? So you would leave then?
the only people you recognize are Bill Gates, Prince, and Oprah. The rest are all
The rest are all completely unknown to you.
yeah. So it's like there's
That's
three
that's kind of a
specifically.
random selection right there.
It's like
If okay, well, here's the thing. I've passed myself off as like a social media personality.
because
We're not gonna have we're
you're
not
an
gonna have cell
influencer.
phones. Yeah, an influencer. I'm not gonna have cell phones. I'm not gonna have so nobody can like check this.
They're
And
like
I'm gonna guess that like none of these people really know who like big influencers are.
uh-huh.
So like I mean, because it's kind of a new frontier as well as an unknown one to boomers, who all of these people are or older. So that's going to be beneficial to me.
Okay,
So that's what I pass myself off as.
so they're like we need the scientists, we need the wealthy donors, and we need the influencer. We need
Yeah, we need the top influencer.
Why? Because he's gonna
He'll be able to help usher in the new
the new social media world.
yeah the new means to, because like influencers have to play a game and cater to stuff with advertising and ad revenue. So you have to know your stuff if you get to be like a successful influencer. So if you pass yourself off as that, I mean,
That's
they'll
gross.
immediately figure out that I'm lying, but that's how, I mean, once we get to Earth.
Also interesting that they said all the people are equally confused.
So we're all equally confused.
So even like Bill Gates, Oprah, like they don't even know why they're there either. They just picked them. They're like, we need Bill Gates, we need Oprah, we need Prince, and we need these specific scientists, these specific wealthy people. And they didn't even have any say in being a part of it. They were just like, oh wow, we're here. Yeah. So what would I say? First of all, do I remain on board?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if I would, because I don't know if I'd want to. Depending on where this is going, I don't really want to spend the rest of eternity with a bunch of random people that I don't know or don't care about.
That's the thing. Is like, does your life outweigh being with the people that you are with currently?
Probably not. To be perfectly honest, I was just going on the hypothetical because it was fun, but no, I'd rather be with my family. I'd be with my family.
Yeah.
But if I was to, that's probably what I'd say. Either that or some like video game champion or something.
I'm a video game champ. They need me. They need me here.
Yeah,
That must be why.
I'm a Street Fighter champion.
What if I just said, I don't know. Yeah, I'm. But how do they get you by mistake? First of all, they're like going down the list of these essential people they need.
Alright, for me, they're looking for Alex Jones, and I'm the wrong Alex Jones.
We need Alex Jones. He's
There he
essential.
is.
Yeah, I don't know how
why
they end up with me. There is I know on YouTube from searching, there is a guy who like deadlifts a lot of weight. His name's Zach Archer.
Yeah, there
So
you
maybe
go.
they needed a heavy lifter. They didn't notice when they picked me up that I'm clearly not a deadlifter though. We just go by the names. We don't even have pictures. Well, maybe it was on purpose.
We're gonna uncover this grand conspiracy. I don't believe in the meteor.
You
That's why I'm
just
boring.
pretend you are Alex Jones.
I'm a thinned Alex Jones.
These guys are idiots.
Well, in that case, I'd take my shirt off in front of a fire and just be like, that's like one of my favorite things. He's like all sweaty.
Alex Jones has contributed just as much as
To
Oprah,
society's Oprah,
Prince,
yeah,
and Bill Gates, for sure. All right. Well,
Sandy Hook conspiracy theories. Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
great guy. I'm glad Donald Trump personally selected us. to come on board.
I need Alex Jones to get on board that plane.
I need Oprah, and I need Prince to come back from the dead.
Using resurrection powers that I didn't know existed until I went to Area 51 before we gunned down all those anime nerds that were trying to storm Area 51. I found out that we actually have resurrection technology to bring them all back to life.
Yep.
Which we also used so they didn't know any the wiser.
Also a possibility Prince is still dead. And on the plane.
Just on the plane. Oh no! Hey, I recognize. Oh.
We need to bring. That's Donald Trump's logic. Is we need to bring a dead body so we know what a dead body looks like.
Yeah.
Like we can't lose sight of. We'll forget what dead bodies look like. So we need to be like, oh, this is what dead looks like. Ah, great. Wow. Okay, this one's called the brain pill. You are offered a brain pill. If you swallow this pill, you will become 10% more intelligent than you currently are. You will be more adept at reading comprehension, logic, and critical thinking. However, to all other people you know, and to all future people you meet, you will seem 20% less intelligent. In other words, you will immediately become smarter, but the rest of the world will perceive you as dumber, and there's no way you can ever alter the universality of that perception. Do you take this pill?
So that means even if you write stuff,
they still do not.
They still don't understand that you're. Well, what's the point then?
Just to possess the additional knowledge in yourself. Well, the additional intelligence, not knowledge necessarily. So, yeah, I'm trying to see the benefit because also, I mean, it's 10%.
I think, 20% less intelligent though. If it was swapped, then sure.
Yeah, I wonder what 10% would feel like.
If it was swapped, it would be a no-brainer. But obviously, it's not swapped. I might do it, just because it's like whatever. If people think I sound less intelligent, then maybe I'll just sound more fun. Maybe.
I've just ascended that much that they cannot even comprehend my intelligence.
Yeah.
They perceive it as less intelligent.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, what's the, like, you can literally, like, prove your intelligence in front of them, and they'll be like, still looking 20% less intelligent than you were the other day.
Yeah.
Well.
Because that's the thing, so even things you write down, like things that you've just, that you could maybe discover about the universe or something, with your gained new knowledge, then people would still be like, wow, that's not, this is new, he's just ripping off whatever.
Yeah, like, will they still appreciate the information? Just be like, no, he must have gotten it from someone else?
Yeah.
Every time you come out with a new groundbreaking discovery, you're like, well, that's great, that's actually really cool, but probably somebody else. I mean, look how smart he looks.
I mean, he just comes across, he's just dumb, right?
Comes across like 20% less intelligent than he was when he was 22.
Yeah.
Just estimating.
I don't know.
Alright, well, I'm not taking the pill.
I don't think I would either, just because it's like 10% more benefit. I don't know if that would be like that drastic that it would be like, I gotta jump on board that.
To also just offer no value to society anyway.
Yeah.
No
What is that?
Value.
I mean, yeah, like how does that help anyone other than yourself? And it's like, whatever. I could be dumb, just as dumb or / smart as I am now, and have a far greater impact on society than.
Yeah, because the thing with the intelligence and being able to do anything with it is that you need reputation to go with it. It's like,
yeah,
if you don't have reputation, the intelligence means nothing.
Yeah.
So, there's that. This one's called Body versus Mind.
Ooh.
You are given a choice between two rewards. The first reward is to be twice as intelligent as you are right now. Here we go again.
Wait, really?
No, we're twice as intelligent.
Really? This is seriously where we're going with this again?
You'll be able to read twice as fast and remember twice as much. The size of your vocabulary will double, and you'll be able to solve intellectual problems with twice your current aptitude.
Okay, cool.
The second reward is that you will never again feel sick, even when you are, and you can always be whatever weight you want, regardless of what you eat or how little you exercise. You can simply imagine the body you would like to have, and that is the weight you will magically become. Which reward do you choose? You will never feel you will never feel sick, and you get to change your body. That's a double reward. Not feeling sick is potentially problematic.
Even when you are?
Yeah, because like, do you not get symptoms for very like important things you should be getting symptoms for?
No, I think you might get the symptoms still, but you wouldn't feel them. That could be a problem.
The whole point of pain is to set off red flags. It's a sensor for you.
Something's wrong. But both of them are framed as both ups, right?
Yeah, but in the hypothetical, you have to weigh this because I mean, you're getting a reward. You're choosing the positives and negatives.
I got a fly joining me here. So
I mean, being twice as intelligent as you are does have no negatives, no foreseeable negatives. So there's that.
And then everyone will be like, "Wow, he's such a nerd now, even more than he was before."
It's not even like. But that's the thing. It's not about perception again. It's like you just are twice as intelligent, and your perception isn't altered, so you can do with that intelligence what you will. You don't have to act condescending about it.
Yeah, that could. Too much intelligence can be a burden, though.
True.
Because then you might not get joy in the same things that you do necessarily. You know.
But I wonder if twice my intelligence is already quantifiable, like in the world. Probably, like you look to a brilliant
maybe
person.
Might be. Yeah.
And it's like they're actually doing productive things.
The thing I like about is that you always be able to maintain the body that you want, no matter what you eat. That's friggin' awesome.
Right.
That's incredible. Like I'm trying to like lose weight, but I have a really hard time kicking stuff in my diet that I like to eat. And
yeah,
it's tough, man. It's real tough.
Well, same here, but we're really gonna what are we getting this reward for? Nothing.
Because then you don't have to waste time working out.
Why do we don't deserve that.
We didn't deserve it. We don't deserve not to work out.
Yeah, we just pick our we're really that like.
It's true that working towards it is satisfying in its own way. You will take that for granted from then on out because you won't have to.
You just change your body every day, just to
how
rock a different body.
Then, so does that mean you would stay in shape perpetually?
Oh, true. I mean, the body could just be very deceiving. You run out of breath, like, and you have this perfect body. You're running out of breath real quick.
Yeah.
But it's like, then presumably, if you have the right body, you're not going to have the health problems.
Right, because you'll be eating whatever you want.
But if you're eating a lot, naturally that's going to lead to problems. It's weird how the body handles this food that it's taken.
Yeah, is it only external? Is it still affecting you internally? That's the thing.
Like you're obese on the inside.
Or you're at least like maybe not quite that, but like your organs are like
they're still suffering.
Shutting down, like your liver's shutting down or whatever.
Yeah, like so you couldn't smoke 8 packs of cigarettes and like just change your body around.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're changing your body.
Like
your body has organs in it. You're changing your body how you want it to look. I mean, if you look on the inside,
you want without repercussions.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have liver failure if you.
Yes.
Excessive drinking.
That's a thought. You can simply imagine the body you would like to have, and that is the weight you will magically become.
Yeah, I don't know. If that's just the weight, that might just be the physiological, the outward appearance.
Yeah.
And maybe not even physiological, because that does pertain to your organs and your muscles and things as well. Though I guess outwardly, you would be seeing the muscles on the outwardly.
It'd be kind of funny though if you had like a 6-pack and like you couldn't keep up with like someone who's like much more out of shape.
Well, I mean, hey, your bodybuilders that don't do cardio, they've got some issues there.
Right.
So.
But like imagine not being able to lift like any weights, but you have like a bodybuilder body. It's like a bench 100. So which reward? I mean, double the intelligence.
I think I picked that. I think I picked that.
Yeah, because a lot of the other one's a little shady.
Yeah, it's shadier. It's a little bit more like what are the ultimate ramifications of this? Whereas with the intelligence, the only downside I could see was what I already stated. And even then, it's like probably double my intelligence, like you said, is quantifiable in this world and in this reality. So
And it's a clear conversion. You're getting double the intelligence. It's not going to affect your.
Yeah.
It's just a straight positive thing.
I'll still like enjoy the things that I enjoy, and I might know more things about them now and find more enjoyment in that, knowing more intricacies of things.
Yeah, I think we'll go for that one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You smart boy.
Two more.
Dang, son, we've been going for a while. This can't break our longest video, I think.
Quick. This one's called. This is a hypothetical you've never heard. The desert island.
Oh, I've never heard this, huh?
If you had to go on a desert island, you could only bring two things. What would it be? That's the question. No. This is a long desert island question.
Oh,
it's not your everyday desert island.
Okay, I guess not.
While traveling on business, your spouse, whom you love, is involved in a plane crash over the Pacific Ocean. It is assumed that everyone on board has died, but then the unbelievable happens. It turns out that your spouse has survived. He or she managed to swim to a desert island where he or she lived in relative comfort with one other survivor. They miraculously located most of the aircraft supplies on the beach, and the island itself was filled with ample food sources.
Cool.
The two survivors returned home via helicopter, greeted by the public as media sensations. During a press conference, you cannot help but notice that the other survivor physically embodies the type of person to whom your mate is normally attracted. Moreover, the intensity of the event has clearly galvanized a relationship between the two crash victims. They spend most of the interview explaining how they could not have survived without the other person's presence. They explain how they passed the time by telling anecdotes from their respective lives, and both admit to having virtually given up on the possibility for rescue. At the end of the press conference, the two survivors share a tearful goodbye hug. It's extremely emotional. After the press conference, you are finally reunited with your spouse. She embraces you warmly and kisses you deeply. How long do you wait before asking if he or she was ever unfaithful to you on the island? Do you ever ask? And if your mate's answer is yes, would that, under these specific circumstances, be acceptable?
How long do I wait?
Before asking.
And
do you ask?
Before asking?
First of all.
Do you ask? Or do you even ask at all?
Curiosity was always going to get the better of you.
For me in particular, yes. Because I'm in my head way too often. I'm going to end up asking it someday. As much as I really shouldn't.
Well, as soon as she gets home, I was like, "Tell me all about it. It's epic. Tell me every detail."
Tell me about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one way you could phrase
every
it.
Detail of what happened. Give me a day by day scenario. How's your days gone?
Yeah, night by night.
Can you give me a rundown? What were you doing at this time and this time? Oh, cool. Oh.
How long? Did it say how long they were on that desert island? Because it could have only been a month. Could have been a couple days.
Dang, it doesn't say.
I think some of that goes into it too, because it's an extended period of time.
Yeah, I wish they had more details there, but I mean, the only way they quantify it is saying that they gave up hope that they would ever be rescued. So I don't know when that's.
That's probably like a couple of weeks, probably at the very least.
It's a couple of days for me. I'm like, all right, well, never getting rescued. Might as well.
Oh no, I thought you
now.
meant the media. I thought you meant like the media had no. There was no hope of finding them alive then, as opposed to the people on the island have no hope of being found.
Oh, no.
Whatever. That detail doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's just they've given up all hope.
So,
Yeah. I meant the people on the island had given up all hope. They'd be
I've
rescued.
given up all hope they'd be rescued. Okay.
That's how they quantify it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that could be a while. It could be a while. It could be upwards of a month, couple months,
But I'm
maybe.
also saying for me, I would give up hope in 2 days. If I
If
was
you
on
were
the
on the island. Yeah,
I'd
probably.
be like, well,
I'd probably stick it out for a week, maybe, or maybe I'd probably stick it out for maybe 2 weeks, because that's typically what I would consider like ample time for them to scour the around regions for, because like ocean's a big place and wreckages can cover wide, huge swaths of area. So,
mhm.
um,
This is the ultimate relationship test. Like, you put someone on your island, tell them they might not live, they might not be rescued. See how long they last.
yeah, that's the thing. I'd have to. I feel like I would know. I feel like I would probably already know if even with that scenario, I'd probably already know that like by a response like, did you ever give up hope? And she would obviously have to say yes. I would feel like I should know, if that's the case, whether or not they would still be, or if they were. See, the way they phrase it, if they gave up all hope. They didn't even hold on to a shred, not even a minuscule shred of hope.
Um, Both admit to having virtually given up on the possibility for rescue.
Okay. Virtually given up on the possibility of rescue. But here's the thing. They're both still on the planet Earth. There is obviously some sort of small fragment of possibility that they would be rescued, meaning that what they would do on the island would matter ultimately. It's not like they're stranded on a planet alone with no hope of rescue.
They also explain that in most of the interview they say how they never would have survived without the other person's presence.
Okay. That takes on a new level. Yeah, I feel like there's a fly there. I feel like I would have to. Have to know at some point. I'd probably wait for a little while. It would have to be the right moment.
Yeah, so if you ask and she says yes, what is that acceptable to you?
I don't know, because I've never been in that scenario.
That's hypothetical. That's how hypothetical scenarios work. You've described the dilemma. Hypothetical. That's the tagline.
I mean, ultimately, if she was apologetic about it, then sure, I'd be willing to forgive that. I mean, it's like, okay, well, the dude is really attractive as the type of person you're into. You guys had no chance of surviving, and you're apologetic about it. Like, you don't want to continue. If she is like, yes. Well, no. I would say, like, if she's like, yes, and I'm still attracted to them, because it's like, you can't like just shut that off. Obviously, that's always going to be a scenario.
That's what I'm thinking. Are they going to continue to be friends? Because this is a lifelong connection.
That'd be where I'd draw the line. I'd be like, I'm not going to say that, like, you can't ever contact them again, but, like, it's not fair to our relationship if you're still emotionally attached to this person in the same way that you were on the island, because, like, there's no way that that's okay in a relationship, in our marriage. That there'd be no way that would fly.
That's the thing.
So
I
think that's what counseling and therapy, couples therapy, is for. I was on a desert island and I slept with another man.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about your problems. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is like in how it is, because like in some regards it'd be like, well, like I can totally understand like why you would do that. In other, it's like, yeah, it obviously would be hurtful, but it's like at the same time, it would be something, as long as she is apologetic about it, I would be willing to forgive that. Sure.
Even if you accept it, that's the thing, is it's like, it's out of your control at this point. The effect
Yeah.
that it will have, it's out of control. The effect that it'll have on your marriage, because mentally that'll still be in the back of your head. You know, it's like she was willing to do that at a point. So then you're gonna start getting freaked out by everything. Well, who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
I
feel like I would.
Is that
see,
Jack from the island?
I feel like, and that's what therapy is for.
Yeah.
Is that Jack from the island? Thanks, Lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. So yeah, I'd ask, and then so it would be acceptable. I would tell her, yes, I would have done the same thing in your situation.
Well, I don't know if you are. Well, maybe. If that makes her feel better. It might also be the case that's. I mean, I don't know. If I was in that scenario,
Imagine
imagine
the moments they shared together on that island. You'll never get that. You'll never get that with your wife.
They're gross.
The marriage is over.
They're gonna be gross and it's like Survivor. They're gonna be gross and sweaty though. It's like, are they really gonna like comfort each other?
That's when love is truest.
That is true. That's true.
So,
and that's
so that's what I'm thinking at this point, and the marriage is over already mentally, because you're like, I'll never achieve that kind of connection with my own wife.
Is this seriously where you're going?
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm the only one that's okay. So you just end it right there then?
No, I'm just thinking like at that point the marriage is already falling apart because I'm thinking
because she's cheated on you.
You'll never reach the level of connection they've achieved in this traumatic scenario. It's like the peak amount of love you can have for a human being, and the amount of stories they shared, and intimacy.
Yeah, way to go, dude! You just got cucked by some guy on an island. Nice job.
Constant
That's
intimacy.
That's gonna be in the back of your head forever.
Constant intimacy for potentially weeks. That's something you'll never achieve. Wow. Trauma. Nothing brings people together closer than trauma. So it's like that's something you'll never shake. It's not like a high school reunion. It's like you
go through the trauma, like our child gets stranded on a desert island or something.
Yeah. Well. So yeah, it's acceptable. Short stories told long.
So you'd still also begrudgingly accept it?
Yeah, I'd accept it. I'd have to have some nerve to not accept it, though.
It's true. You'd be like, no, I'm so principled, and yeah, I mean, like,
I'd have to value myself hell of a lot.
I feel like it's dependent on how she responds to it. If she's like not really apologetic or like, yeah, but you're not gonna stop me from like staying in contact with him. It's like, no, I'm not. But this marriage is going to stop if that's the case. Because because that's not okay.
Like, I'm gonna get freaked out even if you're texting each other. Like, what kind of inside stories you got going on? Remember that time?
It's just a thing from the island.
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't know anything about that.
You wouldn't understand.
I thought you told me everything. Well, can't tell you everything, right?
What happens on the island, you know?
Stays on the island, yes.
Yeah.
And they're just texting. It's like she's like giggling. Just a funny island thing. Jesus.
Just little island things.
Kill me now. All right, last one for today.
I feel like we should probably split these videos in half, maybe.
Too late.
It's not too late.
No, we never done that before.
Well, we could do it now.
Why would we ever do that?
I don't know. Because these are long, and people don't...
Podcasts. This is called Hired Assassin. You are a hired assassin. It was not your lifelong dream to become a hitman, but that is the vocation destiny has forced upon you.
Okay.
Killing these strangers bothers you deeply. Very often you are haunted by vivid dreams involving your victims. But you've also become somewhat accustomed to the experience. You have successfully murdered 10 people over the past 2 years.
Cool.
Your fee is $10,000 per murder. Knowing your reputation for ruthless efficiency, a member of the criminal underworld asks you to murder his enemy, who is also a known criminal. I really hate this guy, says your prospective employer. He has done terrible things to someone I love, so I want you to kill him. But I don't want you to simply assassinate him. I want you to make him pay. I want you to kill him in the most vicious, sinister way you can imagine. Be creative and merciless. And if you do this, I will pay you 25 times your normal fee. Assuming you were already a professional killer who lives outside of society's rules, would you accept these new conditions? And if so, how would you commit the murder?
Jeez, this is dark.
Let's get OJ on the phone.
Ending on a dark one, huh? Let's get OJ on the phone. Hey, OJ.
How I would have done it.
Yeah.
Great book.
If I did it.
Yes. So this is we have to get into the mindset of we're already content with killing, not content with it, but have killed 10 people. That's the difficult part of this. You have to hypothetically become this person who has killed 10 people already and is willing to kill more, but is this a line you wouldn't cross as this hypothetical person who has already killed?
But didn't you say it bothers you deeply?
It bothers you deeply, but you've killed 10 people. We are not a person who has killed 10 people, so it's hard to put that mentality into us.
But it's saying it's bothering you, that person, deeply. Right?
Bothering you, that person? What?
Well, you just said... Because you just said something like horribly confused my brain.
Alright, the hypothetical assassin, right?
Yes.
That we are.
Right.
They have killed 10 people. It's disturbed them, but they have killed 10 people.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to put ourselves in the shoes since we are currently a person who has not killed 10 people.
Right.
So to say that and then have to establish that if this crosses the line or not, how do you do that? Because if at this point we've killed 10 people, like that would already be crossing the line for me.
Yeah, killing a person.
So to say, would we be willing to do these new conditions as a killer? How do you go about answering that question? Because already morally,
you've already been compromised
wrong.
10 times over.
So yes, I will do the new conditions. Give me the money. I will be creative and ruthless about it. Merciless.
Okay, what would you do?
What would I do? Well, where do I start? Let's see. I would definitely do the age-old tactic of putting a rat in a box on their chest, and I light the fire on the box, which makes the rat dig into their chest. And while this is happening, of course, I'm shoving knives into their fingernails, and I'm also
gotta make them pay.
And another thing, I've got probably their like best friend in on it as well, and like having him like beat their toes with hammers, and then and then hitting their teeth out with a hammer as well.
Righteous.
So that obviously is how I would go about it, but I would never do it.
Okay, but I would never ever. So you didn't hear from me.
But my rat that's my favorite form of torture. I think it's really creative. It's like a medieval torture.
Is a rat.
Yeah, like you put them in a box. You light the fire. You light the box on fire, so they have no choice but to like burrow into their chest. It's horrible.
That is horrible.
But epic, if you're an assassin. It's creative.
Seems like a pretty like noisy or over the top way to kill. Like you're supposed to be known for your efficiency, right?
Wait, my killing?
No, I'm just saying, as an assassin, you should be. Weren't you known for your efficiency at killing people? Isn't that what it?
Oh yeah,
that what it said?
You're like, something efficiency.
You're renowned for your efficiency. That doesn't seem very efficient.
Ruthless efficiency.
Ruthless efficiency.
So I mean, at the end of the day, if you get someone alone in their house, it's a done deal. I mean, you can get them in a scenario where you just got an extended period of time with them. All you have to do as an assassin at that point is get, if there's any hurdles like family members, you just get them somewhere else somehow. You make the person call.
Or get them in on it too.
Oh jeez, here we go. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be ruthless.
Get creative.
Yeah, that'd be creative and ruthless.
Then you'd have to kill them too. So that's gonna be more money.
Yeah, I probably just wouldn't do it. If I'm already horribly like, I mean, yeah, I've killed 10 people. I'm compromised, but it's like I got my limits. I got my morals. Even when I'm killing people.
You didn't dream to be Hitman.
Yeah.
The Hitman life chose you.
Yeah, that's right. So it's just like I'm just gonna kill people the normal ways.
And it deeply disturbs you already, so you're gonna do something
that's gonna deeply disturb you more.
Yeah.
No thanks.
But instead of $10,000, you get $250,000.
Yeah, but you probably kill yourself after that.
Well, we've already proven we can get through the deep trauma of 10 people.
Well, it probably gets easier after the first one.
Ooh, classic assassin, typical assassin speak.
Yeah.
It gets easier. Well, sounds like fun. Wait, did you say how you would kill them though? Hypothetically
speaking. Well, like I said, they get their loved ones in on it maybe somehow.
Great.
I
want to hear Rusty's answer to this one.
I'd make it. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Rusty will not be able to answer.
I want to hear Ryan's answer to this one because I know he's thought about something like this.
Okay. Rusty's gotta get cool with it.
How would I? Huh.
Where to begin?
Get
There's
creative.
so many options. Get creative.
Ooh, okay.
With it.
Well, I know I'd probably be playing like music or something. You know, something like really grating and awful.
Mm-hmm.
To really like. So that would be some audio sensory torture.
Oh, and you torture them to the music?
Yeah, or just having audio sensory torture. So just having like blaring in their ears.
That's always a classic.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, of course.
I've never done this.
No, but if you really want to get creative, you got to do some wacky stuff. It's like, what kind of assassin would do this? Like you're playing a game. You got to like make a game out of it.
Okay, so like Saw meets Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Be creative with it.
But no, you're playing the game though, and you're killing them already.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
They don't get to play a game.
Yeah. No, they don't play a game. No.
No, you make them play a game every time they die in the level. That's messed up. It's like you're gonna play.
I want to be the guy.
You're gonna play Super Mario Maker 2.
I was gonna say I want to be the guy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Or Super Meat, or Super Meat Boy.
You're guaranteed to die a lot. Whenever you die, another torture thing happens.
Yeah, I get to pull out
ambiguous torture thing.
Pull out your fingernails, your toenails, and dislocate each and every one of your body parts.
You shouldn't have made my employer hate you.
Yes, you monster.
You're gonna learn your lesson.
Waterboard.
Now play freaking Flappy Bird for me.
Waterboarding would ensue also.
Great. Donald Trump would be proud.
I like waterboarding.
I think we should bring back waterboarding.
Has he said that?
Yes. Well.
Has he? No,
yeah.
That's
one of his redeeming qualities.
That's one of his. That's one of his redeeming qualities as president. Yeah, I don't know. That's a taste.
It'd be a grand old time. Just a lot of different stuff going on.
Yeah, just killing people, you know.
No, I think that would be an extreme. That would be an extreme way to do it. Maybe make it like a Twitch stream out of it. Like
I don't know how. That's TOS right there.
The clickbait. The clickbait was like every time I die in the game, I get hurt for real. It's like.
Yeah.
That's epic.
An epic gamer moment. Right there.
That's a controversial film right there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's gonna be it for this time around.
It's took some weird turns this time around. Some of them were a lot more complicated than before.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen. Affairs on an Island. Hopeless Affairs. assassins. What else?
Uh,
Rewarding ourselves with double knowledge.
not
Not taking
knowledge.
brain pills. That kind of thing.
Yeah, all that Jimmy Jams.
So that means all things said and done, we've got 2 more sessions left of this, and then it's just done.
Wow.
And it's
We
not
gotta find
bad.
something. We gotta find something else. Chuck Klosterman, did you make a 2?
Yeah, we're
Hypotheticals 2?
there's got to be something else like this.
Yeah.
These are too good.
They are very entertaining, that's for sure.
So I want to
They
thank
take
you.
dark and disturbing turns.
I want to thank you for joining me, Alec, and thank you for watching, everyone not Alec.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks, everybody.
that's gonna be it, and we bid you adieu.